Hi Cancer, welcome to my channel. My name is Natasha Mo. This is a twin flame soulmate reading for the sign of Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus and Jupiter. Doesn't matter which astrology you follow, just watch the signs as they apply to you. It is not gender specific and the roles can be reversed. So I'm just going to say this is your overall energies, Cancer. But please take it as it resonates for you in your connection. And remember to check the description box below for information on all my private services, as well as my Instagram and my Facebook links are down there. You can join me on Instagram and on Facebook. I do different things on different platforms. I do written readings on Facebook and daily guided messages on Instagram. So remember to check, and please hit the like, share and subscribe buttons for me, and let's see what's happening with you, Cancer. First card that came out for you, Cancer, was the Hierophant. And the Hierophant is a very spiritual card. Number 5 is about massive changes. I channel the energies. I did not read the cards, so it might be different to the usual interpretations. So I'm just going to give you what comes through. The Hierophant is about tradition. It's about marriage. It's about being in control. But what stands out very much for me today in your energy is being set in your ways. The Hierophant is set in his ways. He's a brilliant teacher. He's very wise and he's got a lot of knowledge, but he's very set in his ways. Religion, spirituality wise, it could be in other areas as well, but he's very set in his ways about relationships, how they should be, marriage, doing things the traditional way, very set in his religion or his spirituality, his spiritual journey and things like that. And what I feel coming from the Hierophant today for you as well is soul contracts. A soul contract. The Hierophant is about contracts as well, and I feel soul contract and I feel set in your ways, very much coming from your energies, Cancer. And I do believe this is the changes that you've gone through with this Hierophant. The next card, let me show you the card that came out with that one. It was the codependent card. And this card of codependency, this card says addictions are affecting your romantic life. Now, addictions, yes, it could be substance abuse or any kind of other addictions, gambling, sex addictions, whatever the case might be. But codependency is also about being dependent upon someone financially or emotionally or in some way, or having people depend on you for certain things, like children, if you may be a divorcee or single mom or things like that. There's some sort of a codependency going on for you, or there was. I feel there was, Cancer, and there might still be some of it left, but I do feel this is a passing energy, and I feel this is the massive changes that occurred. It was something maybe in your life, but a lot on the inside. I feel you've made a lot of changes within yourself. I do feel for some Cancers you may have been very set in your ways about, in the form of relationships, that a woman should be dependent upon a man, that he should be the provider, and you are very set in your ways when it comes to relationships about, having to be married and to be together, or have to have solid commitments, to be with someone. But this might only be for a few. But I feel that you, with your twin flame or soulmate, you were pushed to make some changes within yourself in the form of codependency. You either had to let go of addictions, which you may have struggled with, but you also did let go of some dependent behaviors in the form of, I feel, maybe financial. So you may have been codependent upon someone else or someone on you, and you had to make those changes if you actually wanted to be with your twin flame or soulmate and become dependent on your own. So I do feel for some cancers you had to let go of those set beliefs around who's supposed to be providing, and you had to work on your own dependence financially and taking care of yourself. And I do feel you also went through a lot of changes within yourself in regards to your belief systems about your spirituality or religion, and also went through a lot of changes in regards to commitments, that there doesn't have to be a marriage necessarily to be with someone. um yeah, this is quite a heavy energy coming out, but there's been a lot of changes with that Hierophant in this regard to codependency and being set in your ways when it comes to finances and when it comes to relationships that I pick up. Um, and the next card that came out was the Death card. That doesn't surprise me because this does show that transformation that you've gone through is about death and it's about rebirth. So something ended. So it could be your relationship with your twin flame or soulmate that ended, or you could have walked away from it to go towards your own stability and your own something better, or you could have, or this is that leaving behind of that old belief systems, letting go of that set ways when it comes to finances, that set belief systems when it comes to relationships. And you have made a very big transformation within yourself as well. But I also feel for some, if this connection in it, I do sense there was a breakup. Opposed to chasing, opposed to chasing like you may have done in the past, you just let it go, you walked away. I also feel that kind of a dependency within you that changed. You could have been fairly addicted to that kind of behavior, to chase when something wants to leave, to try and hold on to it. And I feel you might have changed in that regard as well. You just let it go and walked away with this death card, I feel. And the next card that came out with the death card was it's safe for you to love. It's safe for you to love. And this card says, open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. And I feel this is what you've done. You've given the highest energy of all. Opposed to chasing and trying to show your love through that, you showed yourself love by walking away and letting it go. And opposed to chasing and running after and trying to hold on, you gave your twin flame or soulmate the highest love, unconditional love, letting something go when it wants to leave. That is unconditional love. Chasing is not unconditional love. And I believe that is what you did. And that made you go through a massive transformation. But also that made your connection go through a massive transformation as well. Because your last card that came out was the Ten of Cups. And the Ten of Cups is your ultimate joy and happiness. It's our happily ever after, but not only in the physical, it's got a very spiritual connection as well with that cups arranged in the form of a rainbow. This is God's promise. And I feel you came to a point where you just believe that God will give you your promise of this beautiful happily ever after with someone very spiritual, someone you can connect with on a soul level, and you just let things go and allow these changes to happen. And you went through a massive transformation, and then this happened. You received your Ten of Cups. So your twin flame or soulmate may have come back and offered you a union, a beautiful, beautiful commitment with this Ten of Cups. If you are not the one that is receiving this offer, this transformation you went through allowed you to make this offer now. To your twin flame or soulmate. But I feel for most that I'm channeling here for today has received this blessing from the universe. All right, and the last card that came out with that one was the finances and career card. And this card says financial issues are affecting your love life right now. And I do believe this might have been something that was causing a lot of things. Obviously, when I already picked this up with our Hierophant, there was something with finances and codependency, financial codependency. And I do not feel that that is influencing your love life in a bad sense right now, but you taking control over that situation and creating your own independence, your own independence. This has changed, this influenced your love life to actually towards that 10 of cups now. A financial situation changed a lot for you, or your person's financial situation changed a lot, and it allowed this union to actually come together now. But I do feel you have made a change within yourself in regards to your own independence, and maybe the person that you're dealing with as well. And this is now just suddenly, I feel suddenly very big changes is happened within you, and now happening within this connection, where there was definitely a breakup or an ending, and now suddenly there's a union. And this is beautiful, Cancer. And the next cards that came out was messages from the fairies. I pulled a message card from the fairies for this week for everybody. You received two, so I'm going to give you the message quickly. The first card that the fairies are giving is connect to nature, and this card says you're rejuvenated and inspired by spending time outdoors. And what I feel with this card is that the fairies are saying you've gone through a massive transformation, Cancer, and you've made a lot of changes and you've worked hard. It's time to rest a bit. Allow yourself to take a bit of a break, connect with nature, rejuvenate, and get inspired again. You might feel very low and very tired, and it's just time to disconnect a little bit and rejuvenate. And I also feel with this card is like the fairies are saying, you can relax now, take a deep breath, relax, because everything is actually now moving in the direction that you've been working on for a very long time, I feel. And the card that they also sent you was the love life, that says the basis of your question involves your romantic life, which is now changing for the better. And this is exactly that. You are receiving this beautiful love now, Cancer. Your love life is changing for the better. Everything is coming together, and you may have been at a point where you just wanted to give up, or you did actually, but not in a negative way. You just let it go with love. I feel you just let it go with love, and now look what happened. Your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment here. And it's just changing for the better, and you are receiving your 10 of cups. Well, that is all for me. I'm going to leave it there, Cancer. I would like to know what's happening. You can leave me a comment in the description box, in the comment section, sorry. And please remember to check the description box for all my private services, as well as my Instagram and Facebook links. And remember to hit the like, share, and subscribe buttons for me. And I will see you in the next video. Namaste, Cancer.